Dr. Rao. I'm starting my room a little later because I ran over the other meeting. I had another one from 6 o'clock. I was supposed to end at 6:30, but we went on way beyond it. It's a good meeting, but it took a lot. I could not cut them off. So I'm here. Uh, so I'm continuing the room because yesterday I was doing it earlier, but today I'm doing a little later. So it will compensate, So how is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well, and it is trying out the techniques I was talking about how to keep our mind quiet, right? Hopefully that's helping somebody. I would like to see any questions or any comments or anything that you have that I should know about, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. Otherwise, my days are really going pretty blissfully and peacefully. This morning we had a lot of things to do for our company. As you know, I have a company called PA which is a company which I found fusing modern medicine and ancient wisdom hacks from them, so that we can handle our modern stress better. So we have this yoga classes, meditation classes, breathing classes, and also some training in how to enhance yourself and servant leadership. So several services like that. Okay, but the big one is the coaching for the burnout physicians who are burning out. We are trying to help them to gain inner resilience by developing this awareness I talk about all the time, and trying to calm their mind and be non-reactive and being more in service of the patients, and that way they can gain more as a physician. All those things are talked about and brought about too. And I hope people know about my activities in that club. I see Curtis, I see Sean, and Terry-san in the Wisdom app. Thank you guys for coming up and coming and listening. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome. Uh, yeah, as usual, today also we talked with some people about restlessness and anxiety in their life, and they were calling me about different aspect of that. Some people could not sleep, some people could not really be quiet when they wanted to be quiet, and some people really bothered by the multiple thoughts, multiple things that are coming into them. Several age groups, but mostly above 40 people. So I was working with them and I was giving them some simple techniques that they could use to really have this relaxation of the mind. Modern life really encourages agitation of the mind in so many ways. It gives you so many things that you don't have to think about. You don't have to carry them as a burden. But not only simple informational thing, but also emotional reactions and arguments and so many other things, right? So all those things happen for people, and then people are really worried about them too. And they become stronger and stronger, and they become problems when they are not able to catch this proper sleep, and that is affecting their health. They usually seek me out, and then I usually work with them and give them routines that are simple, that they're implementable, actionable, and also follow with them what was going on with them. And if it is improving, that's fine. If it's not, then we change it, routines. One particular thing I really take pride in myself is designing kind of this exercise and relaxation while they are working. People who are really working in a certain hospital, certain buildings, and all that, they can use simple things like steps instead of elevator, and doing the steps 2 or 3 times a day. That keeps them rather really fit. And also during the meetings, when they are not speaking, I ask them to calm down and to focus on the breathing, and then to be listening more rather than wanting to talk. Those kind of simple things, you know. But in all, what we do is we kind of take their work routine, physical routine, or mental makeup of the place and all that. And within their work routine, I devise opportunities for them to exert physically and also relax mentally. We can find them so many opportunities, right? It's not like going and watching some casual news and then burying ourselves in so many negative thoughts. It's about really being in touch with yourself and then calming yourself inwardly, that kind of thing. And that works very well, and deep breathing works very well for that. So if you take an opportunity in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, some few deep breaths, that itself kind of puts you in the presence. So the more you do it, the more it works very well. Okay. So that's where our exercise of deep calming exercise in the morning, in the night before you go to bed. If you can do this very well, just sit down and take deep breaths with a full awareness, and keeping your spine straight and taking deep breaths so the abdominal wall comes up, and you take deep breath, and then abdominal wall goes to the spine when you breathe out. That kind of thing, if you do 8 times in the morning, 8 times in the evening, that itself is good enough. That's called bastrika in Sanskrit word in yoga, right? Then whenever you are agitated, calm down, take a deep breath, and things will be in a much better perspective that way. This is all basic. I think everybody knows about it. But then this leads to deeper aspects of how to be calm in the presence of major life events. So that also is there. And I really feel blessed because I kind of reach a state where I am calm like that in the middle of a big crisis in the hospital, or personal life and all of that. First, I don't allow myself to be rattled up unnecessarily, and then that kind of calmness really helps me to look at things with a deeper perspective, and that helps me to solve problems much better. So I kind of live it, and I also try to share it with my friends and family, and here also. I hope people can learn from that and do that, and then may improve the quality of their life, whatever the circumstances outside are. Okay, so that's what we're here to talk about. If you want to, I think somebody in the clubhouse too would do. If she wants to come up, she can come up. I'll invite her and see. So we have been doing this for about 26 days now. Hi, how are you? Okay. Okay. Voodoo, right? That's the name? How do you say that? Voodoo. Okay. Where are you from, Voodoo? Thailand. Okay. Very good. So how are things in Thailand? Pretty stable now? Okay. Okay. I'm in Iowa. Where are you? Florida. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. We used to take annual vacations because the sea, right? We used to come there in the middle of winter because it's painful here, and enjoy the Florida. Yeah. Yeah. I have friends, but they complain about the heat in summer. That's when it's very terrible here at the time. But Anyway, so we are talking about in this room about calming the mind. This is a series I'm doing for people to um, develop some deep breathing techniques. Thereby, they can calm their mind. That's what I was describing about. So, what do you think about that, Udo? That's good. Okay. Yeah. It's a, I think it's a need because we have so many informations available to us. So we are kind of inundated with information overload, and that's why this happens all the time, right? People are multitasking and 24 hours news, and all those leaving people thinking all the time, and that is oversaturating the minds, and then people are worried about it. So that's why I kind of train people on the burnout and stress, right? And so that I live without them, fortunately, because I have developed this lifestyle where it is easy to take and all that, you know. So even though I do a lot of tasks, I do one at a time, and that's why it becomes much easier. Multitasking, right? That's something we don't want to do that all the time, but people are doing that nowadays, right? I give the example of this juggler. When he juggles the balls. He juggles balls. It looks like he's handling all the balls at a time. No, at every given movement, he does only one ball at a time. You know, that's the secret. That's the way we have to do our daily tasks too in an orderly fashion. But whatever we are doing, just giving full attention. See, that's what I was talking about. You know. Yes. Exactly, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I know Thailand is a Buddhist land too, right? So, um, obviously, Buddha is a big role in our lives, and in India also, we all know about his entire story. He comes from India, right? So, I think a lot of people outside also take him up very seriously. That's very nice to know. He kind of made it easier to get on the path of enlightenment, you know. So I can, I mean, I can quote him like in so many situations. But my favorite thing is Buddha talking about two arrow theory, where the first arrow is outward influence coming at us, and the second arrow is our reaction. So he was talking about how you can limit that reaction, thereby you can transcend suffering, right? So, yeah, you heard that two arrow theory. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. The impermanence is a big theory in India. So it's called anitya. Nitya. Nitya is permanent. Anitya is so like our body and minds are impermanent, whereas our inner conscious being is consciousness. You know, it itself takes another form, like the life. I see the life in the children, and life going away out of the old. I'm a physician, right? I have to see all of that. But the old people snuff the life out, and the bodies become like that. So this impermanence thing gives a relief that we are not holding on to something that's not going to be there. So that way, this love for the body and mind goes down. Then you feel so much liberated rather than feeling that something is lost. Right? That's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me more about the Buddhist philosophy that you understand. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Mhm. Yeah. Exactly. I have a mnemonic I use for the speech. It's called PET. P-E-T. P is talk only what is pleasing. Don't say harsh words. Okay. And E is speak only. It's an emergency that you have to speak. Otherwise, keep quiet. You know. And the T is truthful. It has to be truthful, whatever you speak. So these three principles I put in there. So whenever I remember the word pet, I remember all those three qualities. It has to be truthful. It has to be compulsory. You have to speak, then only speak. And it has to be pleasing, not hurting somebody. So that's the thing that we were taught as children too about this, you know. And another thing they talked about is the speech comes from the silence of the mind, you know. So uh, what you think come out as speech, and that results in action. So think carefully and don't talk unless you thought about that, the consequences and all, right? Yeah, yeah. When I was a child, they used to have this children's magazine. It's called Chandamama. That means moon, right? They have made it like that. It has got beautiful illustrations and the story, right? So we used to love them. And they took some pain, and then they periodically they get a big book like that with only one story. And the first big book I read like that was the Buddha, and the entire life, everything is illustrated and a very attractive way they presented it. But I was very young. But even then, I was so fascinated by that book, I would not leave it until I read it completely from cover to cover. So I remember that very well. So his non-violence, his thing was very much appreciated, and then really understood and practiced in so many ways. So there's a wonderful. Let's see, Ivy is here. Whether she wants to come up, we can chat with her. Ivy is also my friend. So, hi, Ivy.
How are you?
We are having Urdu is also from Thailand. So we were talking about the Buddhism. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just about to. I went to the town hall meeting. All these gimmicks. It's not
Ah.
gonna say clubhouse, is it?
Yeah. It's like a
Encourage people to monetize their house. Oh, what kind of
yeah.
material you're creating, right? Is your material really worth
Yeah.
paying money to go in?
Yeah, that's why I avoid people like that, because they talk about money, then I get aversion and they come out after and then say, even if I talk to you like a voodoo, I'm talking a little bit, that's meaningful for us because we're talking about Buddhism, and what was that like? That is more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like when you talk about money, it's like the
yeah,
intimacy of the experience that we
yeah,
become friends and you know as a unity.
yeah,
The experience would be very superficial, right? Because it's money.
yeah. You see, the fulfillment doesn't come from the money, it's
Yeah.
from within. And you see that country, Bhutan, it was following I think, the Buddhist principle of being content within, and not really going too much for the external appearance. And they were wearing only one single line of clothing, and they were very happy as a kingdom. And they had this happiness index, and that was very high in 90s because they were contented and living within themselves. So they were with the philosophy and all that, they were very happy. And they suddenly this internet was introduced, and then they had all these addictions, everything were coming into that because of that. So that happiness index have gone down ever since they introduced this westernization and all that. That's basically that's where I get attracted to the ancient wisdom, because it gives you inner peace and happiness. You know, just by understanding, not by doing anything, just by understanding. But I
You
don't.
know, Western culture given us McDonald's. McDonald's is everywhere in the world. Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, everywhere in the world.
Yeah, yeah,
Hollywood's movie.
yes,
Talk about Disneyland.
yeah,
China has Disneyland.
yeah, yeah.
I think
China.
that's one as well.
Yeah, China is all communist party. They are very cruel to Bhutan, and they are cruel to the Dalai Lama,
Tibetan, yeah.
Tibetans, and all that. You see, you should see that
The
square what they
what is
did.
the Muslim one with the Y or you Uyghur? You
Yeah,
Uyghur?
Uyghurs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are kind of making them suffer like anything, I believe. Uyghurs. Yeah, those Muslims. They kind of converting them into Chinese communist or something like that. There was something going on with them all the time. Yeah. So Ivy, was it a town hall going on still?
Yeah, they're talking about monetizing
Ah,
subscriptions,
ah,
money. So you could create a house
yeah,
that is turned on subscriptions,
yeah.
and
I
you repeat every month. You will charge the number of subscribers, so you can open rooms separately.
ah,
So some room can set to only subscriber,
ah.
like a Patreon
So
for
you got to
reading
pay
material.
to gain interest into this headache, huh? So,
Yeah. So you can open room that all club member can join,
mm,
right? But certain material that you think that they're gonna like, you're gonna, of course you got subscriber that pay for it.
yeah,
Because you're gonna make them feel good, right?
yeah. So, I mean, it's all uh, like a marketplace. They're making all this. You're supposed to be, share what you feel and help other people, and that was the idea it used to be in the beginning, but now they have become, more like a marketplace and everything. So anyway, I think nobody will pay to come and listen to me anyway. Don't worry about it. So I don't care also. Even if they want me to put a price, I will say no. I will just come and share what I think, and I will be enjoying the time, and then that's it. See, I mean that satsang mode where good people associate themselves and then share something from the heart. Nothing like a pressure, nothing like you got to follow and all that. Those kind of rooms I like. But if they make we have to agree with us, then I'll walk away. So I'm not coming to those kind of rooms anymore, Ivy. Did you see that? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't hardly open room anymore. I only open room a week before
Yeah.
the guest speaker coming on, so I'm just advertising to
Yeah.
encourage people to come.
Hmm. And that's
So
a good
people
thing.
can,
Yeah, that's a
actually
good thing.
interact with them.
Yeah, interviewing the guest and bringing his experience and knowledge and wisdom. That's a good thing to make
Yeah.
other people come and yeah, I don't mind at all. My
Well,
friend Robert. Yeah,
next Friday, the 28th, I have
yeah.
a physicist, a retired
Mm.
mathematician,
Uh-huh.
physicist.
Yeah. Hey, Robert, how are you?
Hello, my brother,
Hello.
Dr. Rao. How you guys doing? Hello, my friends.
Yeah,
Voodoo, I.
Ivy Voodoo. Yeah. So,
Good, good.
yeah.
You guys got to meet Dr. Rao, the fantastic master of what he does. Boy, he sure spun my life around real quick.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. Hey, Bob,
You bet.
I was thinking about you this morning because I saw
Really?
you in the Wisdom app, and you were doing something about brand or something like that, right? So I wanted to join, but I could not hear you. I could not see the other circle where the speakers come is lighted up.
Let me tell you what happened, Dr. Rao. What happened was I started that program last night and I was teaching, and I
Hmm.
did it for like 2 hours. And then I haven't been on Wisdom long enough to where they changed things around. I didn't turn it off, so
Ah.
it was running all night long, and
Ah.
it didn't save. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, but I don't know, there were a couple thousand people that kept coming in,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was crazy. But I guess I don't know if you know. Let's see, who is it? He's a good friend of ours, and he is kind of a funny guy. He's one of our buddies. Anyway, he called me tonight and said, "Rob, you're still live."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. That's why I was. Everybody else, if I go to other speakers, they were there, they were speaking, but yours was silent. Then I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Well,
something.
you know what's funny, Dr. Rao, is I answer those questions. Like the questions that
Yeah.
I guess they ask you questions about what is success, what is love, what is all these weird questions, and I just went in and started answering them. So I
Mm.
had a lot of feedback on that, and
Mm.
then they did an inventory like when I logged in again, they started asking me questions like, "Have I seen the Mona Lisa?" Yes. Have I been outside? Yes. I mean, it was
Yeah.
really, really weird. Did you take that test? What was your inference on that of what they were trying to do? Do you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. This evening I had a meeting with a friend of mine. Her name is Charity Brown, and
Yes.
she is a very good podcaster. So I told her I have a friend, Robert Paschiola. He's also a good podcaster. I think we should meet you. I was going to send you her contact, and you both meet. I think you will love to talk to each other. She is also with. She was making a lot of money. I think Shark Tank invited her for the Kevin. They are working with her.
How much does she make? How much does she make?
I think she makes a lot of money, like you.
Well,
Well,
you got to realize, buddy, I've been with you all the way for the ride. I just got lucky. I
yeah.
mean, to
No.
be sponsored, to be, I mean, it's very the kind of money we
Yeah.
make is very unusual.
No, for me, whether you make money or not, you're both are equal. But what I am
Yeah.
saying is, Charity is also a good heart and very enjoyable person. But she came and asked me about the scaling my business to millions or something. I said I'm not interested in the money. I don't. It doesn't attract me that way. But if I want to help people, I do that. That's what I
Yeah.
like it. you know.
Well,
But
that's awesome, and especially if you have her, just send me an email,
yeah,
Robert
she.
at WCI Law,
Yeah, I will.
and then I'll have her. That way, I'll be able to handle it and help her, and especially if it came from you.
Yeah,
So
she's a very good soul, a very nice lady, and she interviewed me on the podcast a year ago. And she wanted to present this opportunity for me. I said, "Well, I am happy without any of that, so I don't really think I will be the person." But
well,
yeah,
Dr. Rao, you're not paying anybody to help you on your podcast, are you?
yeah, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no, no. All you got to do is dial my number, brother. You know that we don't
yeah,
charge friends.
yeah,
I mean, it's just I just got lucky, and the world aligned in the Google sphere, and all of a sudden now there's 800,000 people, and it's
yeah.
crazy.
There is something happened recently with another friend of mine who
Hmm.
opened good rooms and all. He's a good guy, but then he's also talking about monetization and all that, right?
Yeah.
He asked me something about that. Then asked him, why are you going to go and make money? Do you need it? No, no, we want to make more. Why? Oh, then we'll be secure, we'll be happy and all. Then I told him, I am like that even with whatever I have or I don't have. Why should I go and make it to gain something that I already have?
But see, Dr. Rao, I think you're wrong because
Yeah,
you might not make dollars and
yeah,
cents,
yeah.
right? But your wisdom is so needed. And for the past 2 or 3 years, every time I'm involved with you, you're always dealing with an issue of people that are suffering, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
having trouble and problems. So you've got this mastered, man. You got it down to a science of being able to have people come in your room and help them and show them exactly what it is that they need to do. And a lot of it's not about doctors,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
burnout, I mean, you saw what I went through. You taught me and got me back on track, right?
Yeah.
And that's important, and I'll never forget that kind of stuff. But I think that it doesn't have. I don't think that the equivalent compensation of determining the value of what you do is
Yeah.
based on money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. But I am happy just to help. And then, like you see, you are a good friend of mine, and you remember that. I think even that also I don't look for it, but I'm happy to be your friend. Ivy, we were talking about this exactly earlier, right? So
Okay.
Ivy was with Clubhouse or something. They were talking about having groups, paying a subscription or something like that. Otherwise, you
But they
can.
were doing what? Talking about groups of what?
Clubhouse is making the room such a way that you have to pay to get into the rooms, I believe. So
Well, why the hell would I pay anything? I mean, you and I are probably smarter than
that's what we were talking
her
about.
and her
Yeah,
entire team,
yeah,
right? I don't
yeah,
mean to be rude, but
yeah,
if they're gonna play that game, then
yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
willing. I'm
Robert,
willing.
this room, I don't know you attended before or not. This was in the house. It is there because they took away the club, my Be a Pal club, right? Uh,
Why did you take that? What happened to be a pal?
no, that is there, but I didn't convert it into a house. but I'm host. This Docs and Burnout is already there as a host for me. That's why I went. But actually, I was talking about how can you calm your mind everyday basis just by simple things that you can do in the morning and at night. That's what this.
I have a suggestion. I
Yeah.
learned from a great teacher.
Mm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Get out of your frigging house.
Yeah.
COVID's
Yeah.
over, and go outside and love a tree and
Yeah.
spend time and get the hell away from all this drama that we call online, man. It's just terrible. It's catastrophic, and
Yeah. I know.
that's what you taught me, Dr. Rao.
I know.
And so I do that, and I teach my clients, and I did a seminar the other day in Atlanta. And I
Yeah.
told him about that. I was like, you guys have got to realize the day it's over. We're done.
Yeah. That's it.
Now it's a matter of either you're going to continue to
Yeah.
thrive and move forward,
Yeah.
or we're just going to get all lost, right?
Yeah.
And
This room I
they,
was doing for a
they
40-day stretch, Bob. Now
what did you say?
we are doing this stretch of 40 days. Now we are on the 26th day. Today is the 26th day. So I have been talking about the simple technique, but then people have profound questions because everybody has different experiences, right? Like, for example, Ivy, she has a silent mind, and then she comes and we talk about that. And Voodoo, she has a Buddhist background. She is talking about that today. So, like that,
Right.
people have come and really presented what their experience is, and some people have deeper questions. Then I took them on that ride too. So, but I didn't want to scare them away with deeper things. So just start something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's actually, guys, Voodoo. I love your picture, by the way. It's beautiful.
Hmm.
I welcome to the room, guys. I've been around for a while, and Dr. Rao has, and we just get to. We were one of the. I guess we were we were right at the beginning of
Clubhouse.
this thing, right?
Yeah.
And we just kind of figured it out, and
Yeah.
it kind of works. Tell me about you guys, if you wouldn't mind, Voodoo? Tell me about yourself. What resonates with you in this type of a room?
Oh my gosh.
That's okay. Just relax.
It's definitely easier to keep up with. It's not as chaotic. It's more intimate.
Yeah. Are you normally like a stressful person? Do you stress out sometimes a little bit, or?
Well, I'm a nurse practitioner, dermatologist nurse practitioner. I see all age groups.
Okay.
I'm from birth to centenarians, and I'm also in school right now. I graduate in a few weeks with my doctorates in nursing practice. So I'm a little bit stressed.
Why would you be stressed about? Tell me, just because I'm curious. Why would you be stressed about that? That's such an accomplishment. I mean, I've never had an accomplishment like that.
Well, next Monday, I have to stand in front of 17 different doctorately prepared alumni, and I have to present my final oral defense of my research, and I'm stressed about that.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you were preparing your I'll just call it a thesis. When you were preparing your thesis, did you use ChatGPT? Because you can say, as a doctor, I want you to give me points and authorities on this, and this, and in very technical terms, and it will give you the data set. I know you're laughing up there, but it does do that. It does. And I'm wondering if you have experienced that or saw it, just giving it as information. Because and I'll tell you something else. Let me conclude. Then I'll tell you. Voodoo, the people in the room that you think are judging you, they want you to succeed. They're your buddies, and like Dr. Rao says, the buddy, they're not there to see you fail, right? I mean, if you do something stupid, like I can't even imagine. I wouldn't even know what to say. That would be not right. But you've got so much education and such a skill set. Those people want to see you do it, and if they do something, that's kind of like what residency is about, isn't it? You're going into the dungeon and working 20 hours a day, and you don't have the answers to everything, right? But boy, it's amazing when you have mentors, and that's what I love about Dr. Rao. Mentors that you grab onto, and you'll find. I think you'll find people that you glean towards. Do you find where that's working right now for you?
Yeah. Well, yes, I saw his Outback when I came in. He was alone and speaking. I know that these can be recorded, so I was just listening, and
Yeah, we don't record. We don't. By the way, we don't. He doesn't record these rooms. These Dr. Rao doesn't do that. I do it because I turn them into podcasts and blast them around the world. But no, with Dr. Rao, it's so detailed. You know what I mean? And I can totally feel what you're saying. Man, that would be a tough one. I mean, think about it. Okay, I can talk to pretty much anybody, anywhere, any place, right, on any topic. But if I had to stand there and have people evaluate me word by word by word, and then you throw in the element of somebody's life could be at stake, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd
Voodoo,
probably run and hide.
Bob, Voodoo is a nurse practitioner. That involves a lot of studying, a lot of training, and all that. Even
Isn't
if
that right before? That's right before doctor. I mean, you help as a nurse practitioner,
no,
you can actually script out. You get your
no,
DEA.
they have a different trajectory of career, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but then I value them very much. Yeah,
What'd you say? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Bill?
We're very different
yeah.
curriculum and different route.
Yeah,
Okay.
different route, and then they too take care of the patients. They can give prescriptions. They almost act like independent providers. Okay, they are
Oh
called
yeah.
extended providers from the doctors and all. These days, they hire a lot of nurse practitioners because it is three or four nurse practitioners, one doctor. That's why
Well,
because
you gotta also think about this, Doctor Rao. Let's take a look at what's going on over in Europe right now, and I'm sure you're aware of this.
oh yeah,
With the
junior,
national.
yeah, junior doctor
If
strike.
they're making $14 an
Yeah,
hour
yeah.
as a resident doc. I mean, my God, I wouldn't get out of bed for that, brother.
I,
You know,
you know,
and then when you have somebody as smart as Doctor Boo,
yeah,
it's like that deserves to be compensated, and especially when you have traveling nurses that are making
yeah.
$150,000 right now,
Let me
right?
talk a little bit about her tension and maybe give her a couple of pointers. Maybe she's
Yes, sir.
doing it
Yes, sir.
already.
Yes, sir.
That
By the way,
way,
Boo, it's awesome talking to you, dear. I'm gonna follow you. I like you. I like you
yeah,
a lot. I'm following you, and yeah, there we go. DMs closed on all flight. That's funny. You have to. You probably could just get hit on all the time. That's probably the reason. Yeah, that's stupid.
yeah.
But this app, I don't know. We just ignore people because they don't understand.
Who don't you see this public speaking or facing examiners is all there all the time, right? So, in simple words, is if you can direct your nervous energy tension towards performing better, you will come out with flying colors. So one simple thing is there is a what's called Korsakoff breathing that you can do just before you do a public speech or you go before the orals and people ask you different questions and all that, right? So what you want to do is you want to take that Korsakoff breathing. I can teach things like that for you, but then I have to show them to you. I have a wellness club that's got done on Zoom. If you want to come there. I can give you a link, and then I'm in Central Time, 6 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning. We do,
Sounds good.
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, and then you come there. Then I will train you how to be non-reactionary in the present with awareness. You can place anything. That means basically your mind is running and saying that you're anticipating trouble. They may do that. That's not your focus. Your focus should be whatever they ask, let me be with that. So being in the moment, that kind of training I was talking about.
And one thing to think about, Doctor Boo, is that if she is having the stress, the way you present the wind down. I mean, you and I have talked for hundreds of hours, so I mean, we talked about Dr. Rao has a staff and he has time where I guess I could, if I had to explain it as I did on stage the other day. My dear friend Dr. Rao, he'll talk to a patient, and when he's with that patient, he is 100% all in. But what's amazing with Dr. Rao, okay, and you can tell I'm a wild card. I'm not in medicine. I'm a public speaker and I do television and radio and all that stuff. But what he does is he goes all in and then he walks away, he defibrillates, and then all of a sudden goes back in and he's completely in a new moment. It took me a long time to learn how he does that because I was like, God, it's like I've got so much stress, I've got so many things I got to do, and I've got this. And he said, Rob, that's what we do in our practice. We walk into a room, we do what we do best, and then we walk away, and we start over again, and then we take time for ourselves, right, Dr. Rob?
Yeah, yeah. No, Voodoo is also Buddhist background, so she knows about meditation. But what I want to show you, Voodoo, is what is called meditativeness in everything what we do. That means you are really having the thought in silent mode and working. That means you are really not allowing the movement thought away from whatever you are doing, and that is very novel to Western civilizations, but in the Eastern civilization it was there for thousands of years. Now here a lot of people are picking it up and then understanding and implementing them in their life. I'm very happy to see that. So basically what I call meditativeness is like a living in the present moment. So once you understand the present moment awareness, then you will understand what's called present moment breathing break, PMPB. Remember that, then I will go to teach you how to do that at length in the morning before you go there. And then when you go there, what you do, the Korsakoff breathing is before you enter into situation. And then once you are there facing them, you kind of talk to only one person. You're don't look at all of them like a panic. You just look at only one person, and then you kind of say, okay, what they are asking, I'm going to do. But don't let your mind run into. Oh, that when the apprehension happens, that's when the thought feeds on itself. It forms a network of anxiety and worry. So to break that, taking the deep breath and fixing your mind on the touch of the air at the nalanasa, the tip of the nose, right? The as the air entering
I
and
see
go.
the Costco breathing.
Yeah,
I see the picture of it happening.
yeah. That's a very good one. Yeah, that's a very good one. But still want you to come to the wellness club because charity is also coming. Hey, Bob, you should also come. I can send you the Zoom link, and then you should come and try it out too.
What time is it in the morning? Am I going to be awake by then?
Eight Central means 6 o'clock Pacific.
Oh my God! Oh my God! 6 o'clock in the morning. Jesus.
Actually,
Man, I'm more like a noon to 3 kind of guy.
I'm 4 in the morning every morning.
Are
yeah,
you serious?
You
yeah,
get so much done when you're up early because there's nobody else up, and so you can
yeah.
Uh,
I get up between 3:30 to 4 or
you
4:30.
do not.
Yeah, I
You
do.
do not.
I
No,
do.
you don't.
I
No,
do.
you don't. 3:30 in the morning, my ass.
Yeah,
Right.
every
You're
day.
stupid.
Even if I
You're.
speak, even if I speak, go to bed at 11 o'clock, I get waken up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Because I've talked to you like at midnight before, and then you get up at 3.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
You're
really,
super.
really,
You're
really.
Superman.
So
You're on.
there, no, there is
You got
a
some
there.
serious Adderall. You're on some serious Adderall,
No,
bro.
no, no. I don't even take Tylenol. You see, what happens is there is a technique of deep sleep, which I mastered when I was taking the night calls as a physician.
Yeah.
So I had because we get very few minutes to sleep. So I wanted to improve the quality of life, quality of sleep as much as possible, and I think I did a very good job. Then whenever I go to sleep, even if I sleep 20 minutes when I wake up, it's completely like a power nap, and it regenerates my energy. Then I went to further deep into the conscious states and all that. So it's a much deeper to discuss here. But basically, what it is you can have short bursts of deep sleep that are more invigorating for the psyche and for the mind rather than long hours of sleep at a time. Tesla,
Well, I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
You tell me what it is, and I'll take my Ambien the night before. I'll get my sleep, and I'll take an Ambien and a Xanax, and I'll just chill. And then I'll wake up and I'll come to your palace of your. I love that little thing. No, it's not bad actually.
I never took a
better like
sleeping.
your
I never
Yeah.
took sleeping pill in my life.
You've never hold on. You've never had a pill in your life?
No, not sleeping pill.
Oh.
I may have taken some Tylenol, something like that before, but lately for the last 10 years, I have not even taken Tylenol. See, the
Well, what do you
advanced,
do? Oh, okay. You probably zen out.
Yeah,
out the hurt.
yeah.
I mean,
I think
everybody has that. I mean, everybody has like hurt sometimes. I think, don't they?
it's very difficult for people according to their mind conditioning. But then once you understand it, it's not impossible to get some of it. It's a question of proper understanding. First of all, got to listen. Okay, don't think it's impossible. Just listen. When you are
Yeah.
listening, complete listening, then understanding it, then what's called, you got to really reflect on what you understood, and then make it your property and allow it to come into your life. Okay, so lots
Yeah.
of times what happens is people observe information and then they go and absorb more information, so this washes off like a computer, memory is wiped off. But if you listen to a fact or a truth, and then you yourself investigate that, why is this correct, what did he say, did he say correctly, what was the process and all that, your own thinking will lead you to.
Did we scare her off?
No. She was here for a long time,
Oh, okay, okay,
So,
okay. Go
she's
ahead.
going to come to my class. That she told me
That's
that.
what I was saying. That's good because that's awesome. How's
Mm.
your class going? Tell me your classes.
Yeah, they all sign up, but then they don't show up all the time. They show up only few days, So, but
Well,
that's
that's okay. At least you have some people showing up though.
yeah,
Because
oh,
that's better. We never expected that. I mean, when we
yeah.
talked about it, it was like you were just getting started. Remember?
Yeah,
So
no. The people come and sign, and they give me money, and then they come few times. But then few times they come, they're pretty sincere about whatever I tell them to do.
well, like I said, bro, just send me send me on my text. Text me the link or whatever, and
I will.
I'll get up and do some.
I think you should experience at least once, Bob. You should experience once. Then you will do it on your own, and then it grows on you. Then you will be coming back for more deeper questions.
Then I can teach people, right? That I can do my
Yeah,
seminars.
sure, you can do that
No,
definitely.
I'd rather just hire you, bro. You know me.
Yeah,
Let me-
I mean this
yeah.
is what it is. You got to live this first before you teach anybody. It's not information.
Oh yeah, I know.
Eh,
The stuff you do, brother, is so complicated, though, man. That's the
yeah.
problem.
No, I'm
You don't
not.
just say go to bed at 8 o'clock and take a Xanax
No,
and go to
no,
sleep.
it's not me complicated. It's your mind that got complicated.
Yeah, I know.
Unwind that, untie that mind, then you'll absorb these truths very easily. Okay?
Dr. Ra, I want to say thank you. I have to run.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Red. Let me follow you so that I can send you
I'm
that link.
following you. I followed you. Make sure you follow me back. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm following her too now, so I will send a link
Yeah.
to you back channel, Guru, and then
Yeah.
Both of you follow. Thank you so much for your
yeah.
time.
Okay.
Oh, and you're so awesome. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I connected her at a deeper philosophy. That's why I know that she might have left for some reason.
Yeah, I bet she's stressed out as hell about it. Did you go through that test a long time ago when you were starting as a doctor?
Oh yeah,
Did you have to stand in front of people and pretend?
oh yeah. They call. You see
Did
what?
you really give a damn what they thought? Did you care what they thought, or did you just basically just
Oh
like,
no,
I'm the
no.
bomb? I know.
We all went through kind of very rough experience because they kind of take you to cleaners. They ask all sorts of questions.
Really?
Yeah, and then for me, that interview was centered on the bladder. you know. And
Right.
then, so because she took the blood draw, it's right in front of us in the palm of my head. Then he asked me, "What is this?" Then you tell him. Then he will go from there to deeper and deeper into its relationship, its nervous structure, everything. So you got to remember all of that. Actually, at our time we had only written test. But that's not nothing in the orals. We have to get through, otherwise we won't get the certification.
Wow.
Mm.
So did you make it through? I mean,
Oh
were
yeah,
you freaking out the night before and all that? I mean,
yeah. I have no
were you
problem.
all
Yeah,
were you all
even
stressed out
at
the
that
night
time, I
before?
didn't know these techniques. But then there was
No,
a
you didn't know these techniques back then, bro.
no. I didn't know. But then we were not really scared because our professors, so we are familiar with them. But there is a examiner that comes from other university. He is the one we are afraid of usually. And then
Yeah.
but then like I said, even then I knew one thing. If I turn my nervous tension into an energy that is good for me, That's very good. So you don't have to worry about just because you are tense and ready, just to use that energy to do the job. But only one thing is, I was only focusing on one exam at a time, so I didn't have the problem. So, and
Wow, that's amazing. I mean,
mm,
and it sounds like you just went through, so you didn't give the chance to even look down on you, because I'm sure that it
no,
was
I
very.
learned to work through the tension, the fear, and all that. Is not
Oh,
allowed.
you like that. You liked
Yeah,
it.
I kind of enter into the
I have
state
no
where
doubt,
yeah,
bro. I know you. That's exactly right. And you know what? What's funny?
yeah,
I'm the same way, because if when I'm right at the edge of
hmm,
having to get something done, right,
yeah,
then it's like bam, I just do my thing.
yeah.
But if I play around, I'll just waste time. You know what I mean? But when I'm really down to it, I'll pull out a week's worth of work in 5 hours.
See,
You
for
know,
everybody, there is only one problem, Rob. It
but
is allowing our mind to run. You see?
yeah, but both our minds run. I mean, I guess.
No, no,
No, here's.
it's a question of teaching it. Like you take the spider, it forms a web, right? When it
Yeah.
forms a web, it throws out the first fiber, and then it builds on the fiber and more. Thought is exactly like that. Initially, you are calm, and from there, your thought comes out, and then one more thought comes out, more thought comes out. So that is we have to understand. Thought builds on itself, and then forms a network, and then caught in the network. You are caught in the network. That's why you figure it out, and then really station in that silent self which started the thought.
Well, you're right. You're right about that for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And I think I'm just to the point. I'm just to the point right now where I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm very, very, very confident, right? And it's like I know what I bring to the table, just like you do.
Mm.
So I don't feel that it's my responsibility to prove to anybody anything. If you don't like it, then go away. And I
Yeah.
hate to say that, but I don't look at the people that have negative things to say, because I'm doing things on such a high level
Mm.
that help people. And really, like today, I saved a person from $1 million foreclosure.
Yeah.
I mean, do you understand how serious that is, bro?
Yeah.
Somebody got screwed, and I went to the FBI and I threatened to take the. I mean, but it's extremely intense. So right,
Yeah.
so my I'm selling my abilities, but they're high end, right? So if I had to done what I did today, they would have been on the street with $1 million house. Now the person is going to get indicted, and they're going to go to federal prison.
Yeah.
So and but I felt really really good about what I did. But see what I mean?
No,
You
that's
know.
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your purpose, your fulfillment, that's okay. But the very fact of allowing the mind to run continuously, that is something modern people are finding out don't have to do. So you have to give a break in the morning and in the evening, and so that your mind cannot run away from itself, but it comes back and functions better to whatever you want to do. Using the thought is not bad, but allowing it to be compulsive force, that is a problem.
Hey, whatever happened to your friend from overseas that you mentored? Remember him?
Oh, he came and stayed with me, and then
How'd
uh,
that go?
yeah, it went very well. He went to, but he came for some transformation for himself, you know. So we went through it, but also I made it more pleasant for family, social time, and all. We went to Chicago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we showed him some places and all that. He is a busy actor. He doesn't come to anybody. It is exceptional that he came to me and stayed with me for 4 days, you know.
Oh,
So
that's all. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was amazing, because
yeah,
he came to you for one-on-one treatment. I mean, not treatment, but
yeah,
to me to just
yeah.
learn the steps, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of
no,
like
no, this is
going.
more like a uh, really discovering yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what I did for him,
And
and
then you showed him so that he can go back and do it himself, right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. That's the
that's
idea.
that's that's the key, man.
Mm.
That's the key.
Okay.
Are you still seeing patients now, or what are you doing,
Oh
bud?
yeah, I see the patients online. I see all these people asking me for consultations that comes through, and the physician burnout. That is a big problem. And then
I don't see anybody else talking about that. Why do you think? Why do you think? And seriously, this is just crazy. Why do you think the NHS is where it's at, and they pay these people these
oh,
ridiculous
NHS is never.
$40,000, dude, for you have
No,
a
no,
doctorate
no.
degree and you're
Europe,
paying them 40 grand. I mean, what? Come on, man.
Robert,
Well,
Robert, the system is not like American system. There
oh,
is it is not profit orientation. It's only about salary, and that's it. Doctors don't make money like we do here, you know. So
why? Because you're smart. So if you're smart
no,
and
no,
you're
no.
going
That's
for a
not the
degree,
way the national health system in Britain is. They are salaried like employees, and then whatever job, how much they work, they will be paid only that much, you know. So
so what's their incentive to excel, to go out and bring new skills and
well, they have
bring
no
new
other
technologies
alternative.
and
But no, they a lot of them come to United States because of the reason. So I know
I'd
people.
be bummed out. Wouldn't you be bummed out?
No,
I mean,
no, no, no,
if you had,
no. There are a
if you
lot
had,
of physicians who are happy with that system because they don't have the pressure of making money. You guys made it a commercial venture here, but that medicine is not commercial venture only, you know, and that's the problem. There's a lot of money we're spending, but in terms of health index of like wellness or infant mortality, maternal mortality, and all that, we are
yeah,
like a 26 or 27 country. So lot of money is wasted. See, like you are there, your chronic diseases are not well controlled. Once you get the like a diabetes, hypertension, all that, people go down. They don't live well. Whereas you can spend that money for prevention much better. But here we spend more for the procedures, more surgery, and all of that. Some are needed,
right.
some are needed, but majority of them revenue oriented. That is our problem in this country. You know.
Well, I think isn't it like we're all a bunch of firefighters, Doc?
Yeah.
It's like we're all just waiting for the fire to
No,
happen.
you are not given a chance to understand what is real health means and
And you're
how
not
can.
teaching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I am teaching it, but lots of
No, but
system.
like in Tokyo, they got those kids out there doing all the stuff you're talking about
Yeah,
when fifth grade, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they're out there. Isn't that real? I mean,
yeah,
that's what's happening, right?
yeah. That's real because Japan, at least, they have. I have studied all the systems around the world, Robert, but
Oh, I'm sure.
most expensive, least efficient is United States.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
even with all the high technology we have, the expertise we have, the system was made such a way. Doctors are really don't have the morale. This is shattered, and then a lot of people are leaving the profession because the stress is so
That's
much.
what I was going to ask you. What's your gut feeling on that? Because I've heard
Not
that
gut
a lot of
feeling. I work
doctors
with
are saying
that.
a lot of doctors are saying, "Screw this, I'm out, I'm done."
No,
And
I'm working with this since 1985.
so it's happening. It's
It's
real.
a,
Then it's
it's
really
a
going on.
oh, it is much worse now.
Oh, jeez.
That's why
Is,
part
is
of
it
my
because of
life is
because of
dedicated
COVID or?
because we are going to have a national emergency like because so many doctors are out of thing and we won't have enough doctors to serve everybody. So that's why I'm trying to teach with doctors who are there not to leave the profession but stay in, understand, and develop this inner resilience. I'm teaching whoever I taught, they were well off because of that.
So how are you putting yourself in front of the doctors? I mean, are you actually having any success
They
in?
come by word of mouth.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That'd be the best thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean they do come, and then most of the time I cannot reveal their names because they get in trouble if they admit they have burnout.
I
Hospital
gotcha.
will give them a lot of trouble with the credentialing and all of that. But a lot of hospitals also are trying to help the doctors like this. They have put something. But what is unique about my program is I go with awareness, not with thought.
Wow.
Major difference, you know. So that is not there in so many other programs I have seen. They are all bunch of talk about see like Bob, you take this, you take this, and but they don't pay attention whether you're really improving or not.
What do
So
you mean? Say that again. What?
suppose I give you an instruction and then
Right.
you listen and go, but you don't know what to do with it, how to do it, because your thoughts are coming continuously.
I would ask questions, then I'd go do it.
No,
Right. Just
no,
like
this
I
not.
do.
See, if the thought is is the thief, and you are thinking that is the police
Mm,
to catch the thief.
that makes sense, man. That
So
does.
that's a big deal. That's a really big deal because what happens is when the doctors go there, they are thrown all this information too much. That's one thing. The other thing
Right.
is they don't have the encouragement for the doctors like before. Now they want to extract as much time, as much work as
Yeah,
possible.
and grind you until you
Yeah,
give up,
to
right?
make
And
money. To make money. What is the
oh
problem
yeah,
is,
bill go out. Yeah,
no, no,
exactly.
doctors want to help their patients,
Yeah,
but this money system is not allowing them to do those things. That's why they get disheartened, demoralized because of that.
I think their hands are probably tied too, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
very much tight. And then a lot of suffering goes, Bob. I've seen it firsthand. But you know what? They see me, they say, how come you have those energy? How come you are like this and all? Then I told them, okay, this is what you do. Then I got up in this burnout coaching program.
Well, I tell everybody about you. You know that, buddy.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
just every time I can, I try to talk. And
yeah.
I'm not as generous as you.
Mm.
I if I feel like I'm getting any kind of feedback from people that I
Yeah.
don't like the energy, I have
Now,
so much work to do.
Charity was talking about this
I have
money.
so much work that I just say no. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah.
I think I lack the compassion, but it's just because I can't marry myself to something that I'm not going to go follow through with 100%.
Yeah, I was talking to Charity. She is the one I'm going to introduce you to.
Yep.
She is also full of heart, full of lot of things and all that. But even then, there was one point I taught her. There is a inward self within us, all of us, that is very fulfilling without any money, without anything that is there. But we lost touch with that. And that's where I bring people back, where they can find their own diamond that is within each one of us.
Yeah, but a lot of that requires you to go one on one, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. I have a
So, and
12-week program. No,
that's
no,
absolutely
I have a 12-week program systematically, and they go
yep,
through that. And then
yep.
after they go through, they can be in touch with me forever if they want me to something. So, but the program is expensive actually. So only few doctors take it who really wants it.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I know, but you have such an I don't know if you archive all this stuff, but man, you should. I'm telling you, the number one thing, Doctor Rao,
mm,
is all you're doing when you talk like this is creating inventory, and
yeah.
that's creating collateral that you can put up and do videos and do shorts.
Right now I'm doing this on the wisdom, Bob. That is recording that.
Yeah, exactly. But then you can take it and put it on other apps,
Yeah,
like a podcast.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
That's
I
where,
need people to work for that. I'm hiring some virtual assistants, and then they will be doing that
yeah.
probably. Yeah,
There you go. You
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab some dinner right now. You take
Okay,
it
very
easy,
good.
man.
I think I ran over. I'm supposed to be at 8 o'clock only, but 8:23 now.
Oh,
So
I don't even know. We're all
nice
good.
seeing you, Bob. I'm going to send you.
Much love, brother. You take it
No, no,
easy.
no. Charity Brown. I'm
Oh,
going to.
I
I'm
know.
going
I
to.
gotta keep I help as many people as I can,
No,
but
no, don't note the help. Just talk to her. I think you both will have a lot of things
oh,
to talk.
charity. I
Yeah.
thought you meant me like being charitable. No,
No,
no, no.
no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So email me your information and then we'll
Yeah.
reach out. Okay.
I will.
All
I
right,
will.
brother.
Bye.
Sounds good.
Bye.
See you, bro. Bye.
Okay, everybody. So I will end the room here now, and then I will see you back tomorrow.